Order and ask that you please join me in the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of the United States, is the assembled for representation of all mankind. Okay, I will entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda. If there are no changes, I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Motion by Mrs. Cole. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Della O. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. We'll move on to item number 3, approval of minutes for the regular meeting of June 15th, 2026. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of June 15th as presented. Motion by Mrs. Cole. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Faro. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. So we'll move on to item number 4, reports.
Any questions for Ryan on the operations report?
On the trees, is it like seed trees or is it like big trees?
Good trees.
Big trees, oh,
Good trees.
and where would these be at?
She hasn't fully developed the plan yet, but she has some ideas. We're just waiting on who can look at the maps together.
Nice.
Ryan, the results on the water, anything yet?
We got, we talked about this this morning, RBT is good. DTMS had 2 blood samples, one was a water fountain with the kids don't lose and, around the room, so we're gonna pull that out and replace it. And the other one was a faucet where they wash their hands, so we just have to put a sign on it. And then at the high school, we still have the one where the cafeteria staff wash their hands, so we're good on that one with signage. And then 2 janitors' closets with signage. And then we have one here at the cafeteria that's a pot steamer, so that's the only one that concerns me. Because they use that water to steam. So we'll have to switch out that faucet.
So it's not the flow of the water.
Well, they believe it's the actual fixtures that they installed. Since they redid our facility in 2014, I guess some of those fixtures didn't meet the lead requirement, so that's where they're thinking that came from. So as long as we put a filter or we change out the actual fixture, it should resolve the lead.
That's in progress.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Real quick, back to the trees. So when they do all that, will they look like drip systems or something?
Irrigation.
They'll all have it on.
Yeah. And I think she said pruning and all that's included too, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all that stuff, keep over the trees somehow to keep our trees alive better. for this
That's
area.
hard to do here. Thank you, sir. Do you know how many families got with the free internet? Anything like that? Do we have like?
I don't have family numbers, I just have staff numbers, so.
Staff members?
I mean, they're gonna be at our back to school in service for staff, and I'll be at the open houses for schools to hand out flyers and answer questions for parents. Oh, that's good.
And the turf. For the softball, I mean. What are we looking at
Well,
for the softball field?
we don't have quotes yet for AK sales. They're the ones that are putting together the hybrid place, where the infields would be.
In the cafeteria, and the permits usually.
They were on site doing sampling,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they were still taping it off and collecting the soil samples, so that's the first process. Hopefully, it looks good.
Hopefully, and now we're gonna be 2030, and we're gonna have a cafeteria, and then all their kids are gonna be at the high school or something.
As soon as they get the permits, they should have a more structured plan for us that we'll have to. Just waiting on those.
Well, thank you, Ryan.
Sure, please.
And any questions on superintendent report? Really, it's just kind of an agenda for the upcoming week. Wednesday, all staff's back, so we do have a welcome back breakfast. Y'all are invited to attend if you want, about 7:45 that week. And then the rest is just a list of the trainings and what's going on for the week. Any questions on that?
The comment. Hopefully everybody can attend. Or the luncheon and the breakfast. Introduce yourself. You know.
What's for breakfast?
Just eggs, biscuits, gravy, and I don't know what else.
I'll tell you both.
Sausage. No, I say.
But Amy's not gonna go there, sorry. Or food staff?
No,
No?
we had one sped teacher back out,
She didn't know that?
so we did have one back out, so. We have to come up with
Back on the
an alternative.
back on the hunt and try and find some reason.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that is the only one.
The baby from Silver, yes.
Yeah, I think her expectations for pay were much higher than what we can do.
Thank you. We have nothing for public forum
No,
or Board of Education issue.
no.
So we move to item 7, consent agenda.
Any questions on any of the charts or bills or anything?
What is the Arizona elevator? What is that?
Back to finding part check number. Arizona elevators.
There's one at-
30,
Or 900.
34, 821.
That's why they have to go in and they do maintenance.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Elevator maintenance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 they're the same ones that we. The courthouse.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
I will entertain a motion for approval of accounts payable and payroll liability transactions. I'll make a motion to approve the accounts payable and payroll liability transactions as presented. Motion by Mrs. Cole, do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Second by Mr. Grant, all in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. We'll move on to B, approval of budget adjustment requests.
Right, there were a total of 20 budget adjustment requests. 19 of them were blanket bars. It was, so that's just to give you information on that. And then the last one is student transportation for, that's our initial allocation, $273,015. If you have any questions on any of those blanket bars, they were done for maintenance, just to get over to balance our books. Were any of them, were they all just like flow through bars, or were they?
Well, there was some, local revenue that came in through, the forest reserve distribution. So that was, and that we did get the final Title II allocation. So that was in there as well. The $1,625,000, I don't think that was approved in FY 26 because they sat on it for over a week, and I kind of sat on it for a week. So I'm not sure that one was actually approved. That was for your bond, the sale of your bond, and I budgeted it in the new year, but I didn't budget it in the old year. So that's why we can do that. And then, just the other allocations they're just the interest from things and the balancing out so that we can do our cash report for the fourth quarter. And then that student transportation allocation, yeah, we need that before we even get started, so.
And that was short about $60,000 this year, is what it was last.
Oh.
Yeah. It's quite a bit less.
Yeah.
Is that gonna affect our budget at all for fiscal year 27?
We should still be all right. We normally have some left over if we,
Oh, okay.
but it'll be tighter.
Was there student transportation grants or something that we can look at to maybe select that area?
I know that I've never looked at just strictly transportation, because they look at our miles and what we pay them, so it should cover our transportation. I mean, we're not gonna be short. Yeah.
That's scary, especially that budget.
Yeah. Every time they change the formula, it seems like some districts do well and some districts do not. It depends on how we decide to do the numbers.
Anyone have any other questions? Nice. Well, I will entertain a motion for approval of budget adjustment. Yes.
Make a motion to approve the budget adjustment request as presented.
Motion by Mr. Farah, do I have a second? A second. Second by Mrs. Cole, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? And that motion carries. We have nothing for item number 8, discussion items, so we will move on to 9 action items. Discussion and possible action on 2026-2027 negotiating tower agreement.
Right, and on this agreement, I didn't know that you all was part of the board packet. There are basically two changes. The first one's that, the district will pay 80% of all health insurance. Then the other, we added a section, protection of employees, students, and property. Instead, the parties recognize the need and obligation to provide safe and healthy working conditions. The district will provide working conditions in conformance with state and federal laws and regulations, including but not limited to enforcement of all laws, regulations, or more policies regarding weapons in the schools. And then we'll work on adding more language, but we have to, it has to be fine tuned and attorney. What they, yeah, there's more we wanted to add, but just time constraints. So next year we'll probably have. Great.
Great, nobody has any comments or anything, I'll entertain a motion for approval of the 2026-2027 negotiated tower agreement. Motion to accept the 26-27 negotiated tower agreement. Motion by Mrs. Cole, do I have a second? Second by Mr. Delarose, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Item B, discussion and possible action on 2025-2026 end of the year inventory.
Right, and again, that was emailed at SUSTAC. We have to approve it every year. We go through and count. Whenever we have large items that we need to dispose of, we bring it to the board, that commission, that we have done that in a while, yeah, a couple of years. So our inventory is about the same for what it was. You don't have access to your email, we did it by campus, there's already prayer, the transportation. The high school, so it's broken down by building, and then transportation.
So who does the inventory?
Julia and,
They're all the schools.
and Brenda helps, as well. And next year, it's about time, we normally have a company come out and do it professionally, just to make sure we're on the right track and doing. Either this year or next, we'll probably have them come out again,
Okay.
just to make sure we're on the right track and haven't missed anything.
There's a lot.
Yes, yes, it is.
Those are too loud.
Two people.
Yeah. They start, and they had to everything, when we had the company first come out, they barcoded everything. And all they do is have to go with the scanner and hit that barcode. And it's really things over $5,000 that have to be. But we have I guess we got a little carried away, and we have some items for $100. So it doesn't have to be what has to be there is over 5,000.
Has to.
Right, it has to be.
I would imagine, yeah.
Okay, at least they were conscious and
Yeah.
inventory well.
Yes.
And make sure and account for everything.
Yeah.
Understood.
I'll entertain a motion for approval of the 2025-2026 end of year inventory. I'll make that motion to approve the end of year inventory for 25-26. Motion by Mrs. Cole, do I have a second?
I'll second the motion. End of your inventory.
Seconded by Mr. Plata, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. C, discussion and possible approval of board vision, mission, and core values and goals.
Which is what we went over at the workshop earlier today. We do have a PowerPoint. Any questions, on that, or do we want to go with as presented? So this is, and it's just on, not the goals we set today, but they're just top ones, university, yeah. That one right there. Our mission, our vision, our core value, and those.
The one I want to see again.
Yeah.
With everything, including the goals.
Not what we set today, it's not included.
Oh, that's just.
Right, what we set today will be at the next board meeting or the board meeting after.
Oh,
But that was everything we did at the workshop a month ago. This is everything for approving.
will it be frustrated when and goals comes off?
Well, we accept the main goals, the, you know, the four. You know, academics, I mean, those are those are the goals, and then the other, the sub goals are what will come up.
Oh, okay.
Deborah, is that right? Is that, we approved the vision, mission, and core values and goals, or just the core values?
Correct, the goals that we discussed this afternoon. And the next
four
step
goals.
will be to craft strategies to reach those goals. That'll be the next step.
What we're approving, correct, not the strategies we did today.
You're approving, should you decide, the vision, mission, core values, which we did that work at the retreat.
Right.
And those 4 goals that we identified this afternoon. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll entertain the mission for approval. A motion for approval of board vision, mission, and core values and goals as presented.
I'll make a motion to, approve the board vision, mission, core values and goals as presented.
Motion by Mrs. Cole, do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Della. Oh, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Item D, discussion and possible action on Hidalgo County MOU with the opiate remediation collaborative. Tish.
Well, so it's an MOU, you know, we met, and it's for opioid remediation. And it is an agreement that we will allow everyone into our sporting events, most of them, depending on funding,
Okay.
at no cost. And then the opiate remediation collaborative will reimburse us, and it's based on like the 3-year average. So we have to get with the people to come out and help us determine, you know, how much we'll get.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully it'll continue year after year, because I think it would increase participation to have the people can get it free, and we're still not losing any money,
Yeah.
you know.
And it'll be adults and kids, or is
But
it?
families, yeah, because that is the thing, to get more, because instead of kids just coming, oh, well, here's money for you to go, it's like to encourage families to come with their kids.
Oh, okay,
Right.
so how are we gonna advertise?
Well, we'd have to send out to Parent Square, we'd have to acknowledge the
There's
grant, yeah, there are several things, we put it on our website, several, you know, we put it in the paper. But definitely from Parent Square, you know, invite people.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, the message behind it is the opioid remediation collaborative of New Mexico or New Mexico, so we participate with 7 other counties. We received a lot of settlement dollars. And we combined with these other counties, and now it's grown to, I think, 3 more of them have joined. And the purpose behind this is to support our community by covering entry fees to local sporting events for students and families, by removing the financial barriers for creating substance-free spaces where youth and families can connect, celebrate, and thrive, one game at a time. And because one of the barriers they feel that there are, so if a family may not have a lot of funding, they may just give a couple dollars for their youth to attend an event and a couple dollars for a snack. They felt if they removed that financial burden, then maybe the families would go together. And as part of this MOU, there would be a lot of literature given out to members that attend the events. But it is supposed to remove the financial burden on families and also promote more attendance at these events and spread awareness of any type of misuse.
I like the idea that it encompasses the family dynamic and this gets people out together instead of that separation. I think it helps create a unity and bonds with parents and children.
It does, and I think it would be
Great idea.
great for our community. And it does involve both school districts. I will be meeting with the Animas school districts this week. And as Dr. Lucas and I discussed, it would be for the middle school and the high school. And it would be for all sports, basketball, track, baseball, softball, football, volleyball.
Great, well, you answered the first part, animals, if they were gonna be involved, so can I hear you say other counties, so we have tri-counties? Are they gonna honor each county, or each county is gonna be individually?
Each county is individually, so each county that is a part of the org has the opportunity to meet with their school boards and see if they're interested in entering into an MOU. It's a separate MOU with each school district.
And this might be your vote. If a participating county is, the opponent, are their families in 3-2, or is it just strictly?
So it would be all of your
Just
local
local?
games. And that would be even the
The
visiting,
visiting teams,
they
free?
get in free as well.
Okay.
And all that does is help increase your numbers as to what you would be reimbursed. And we're hoping that attendance would increase across.
So this would give us more incentive to make sure that people aren't coming in the side doors so that we're getting an accurate count.
Yes, ma'am.
And
And I don't
making
know
sure that-
exactly how the details will work out on that, like someone's gonna be there with a clicker, seeing how many people come in. Because you're gonna have to have a way to record those numbers. Those details will definitely
Maybe
have
it's
to be
still
worked
having a
out.
ticket person. That takes a ticket for each person, or I don't know, sir.
Yeah, we'll have to have some way to count them, so we'll have to provide
Yeah.
numbers.
This is just the beginning step.
Yeah.
I think in some of the communities, and I'm just gonna be completely transparent, you get a lot of pushback. Just because there will be information out there regarding substance misuse and anything you're trying to do to as a preventive measure. You always get some type of pushback from the community, but I promise you this is in the best interest. Valencia County did it last fiscal year. And it went over very well for them, and there were 2 other counties that also participated.
I really like it. I think it's a great idea.
Yes.
I'm so excited. This is
Yes.
something great to come to our
Yeah.
community, because we know that we have faced a lot of detrimental times due to an opioid crisis over the years.
Tisha, if I'm gonna ask, that county you're saying that already tried this?
Valencia County,
Valencia?
yes.
How did they, I'm gonna ask, how did they promote the intervention?
I'm not 100% positive. I do sit in all those meetings, but I don't have that off the top of my head, but I will get that information to you tomorrow.
Any other questions?
I think like a way to figure out rather than.
Well, we'll plan that, I mean, we just have that in order for the. For the, we move and.
Once that it is approved, once it's engaged in, we have a lady that is with the org, she's actually. She will assist in every aspect of it.
Okay. So we will, that's a good question, is there gonna be any type of formal board or anything that's gonna have oversight?
Our org board does, we have oversight, as far as the program, the MOU, we meet once a quarter. But of course, it's your guys' agreement you would be entering into, and it does have a termination clause within the agreement.
Any other questions? I will entertain a motion for approval on Idaho County MOU with the opiate remediation collaborative. I really like it, so I'm gonna make a motion to make a motion to accept the MOU with Idaho County for the opiate remediation collaborative. Motion by Mrs. Cole, do I have a second?
I second any approval.
Second by Mr. Potter, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. With all of our business taken care of, we will adjourn the meeting at 6:30. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.